know you can't get enough of Rainier Avenue Radio .world.
You probably have questions about COVID vaccines. Here are some answers about how they're being made.
How are COVID vaccines being produced faster?
Usually, vaccine testing and production are separate steps. But because of the pandemic, vaccines are being developed on parallel tracks. So both steps are happening, just at the same time.
How are the vaccines being tested?
Right now, several different COVID vaccines are in testing. Each go through multiple clinical trials with up to thousands of volunteers.
How do vaccines get approved?
Not all COVID vaccine versions will make it to the final stages of testing and approval. Produced vaccines that do not pass clinical trials will be destroyed. But for those that do pass, a team of medical experts will examine test results and possible side effects. If the vaccine is effective and safe, it gets approved and gets to you. Go to covidvaccinewa.org to learn more. A message from the state of Washington.
1, 2, get down. What's up, big and little homies? This is Masvita Maraire, host of Seattle Sports Weekly on Rainier Avenue Radio.world, your one-stop shop for Seattle sports. We cover preps, we cover college, we cover pro, we cover it all. Huskies, Mariners, Seahawks, Garfield, South, Roosevelt, Metro, King County. This is where you want to listen to for all the sports that's happening in Seattle. Seattle Sports Weekly on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
This is Brenda Charles Edwards, host of Seniors Matter. Join me every week to get information on activities and issues that impact the lives of older adults and their families. That's Seniors Matter every week on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Dealing with COVID-19 is uncharted territory, and everyone has different challenges. People may feel anxious, down, or overwhelmed. For some, these feelings can lead to changes in sleep patterns, an increased use of alcohol or drugs, or withdrawing from the people around them. If you know someone who's having a hard time coping, you can help by reaching out to talk and listen. To learn more about how you can help someone in need, call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 800-273-TALK. Brought to you by the state of Washington.
You are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio,
your community radio station.
Hello there, world. Bettina Carey here, and we're live on Rainier Avenue Radio.world, and we're here to help you to shatter glass ceilings right down to the floor. I'm here today with a really wonderful guest, and you're going to really enjoy today's show. If you've been looking for a way to shatter your glass ceiling, you've come to the right place. For those of you who are new to us, I am an empowerer by nature, and I want everyone, and that includes entrepreneurs, coaches, authors, speakers, mentors, and thought leaders, as well as service-based businesses, to break through to multiple six figures in their income. And my goal is to leave a lasting impact on the world by supporting, helping build, grow, and scale online coaching and service-based businesses. And for those of you who don't know, I'm also the founder of We Empower You, an online community of like-minded people and an empowerment movement that's designed for coaches and entrepreneurs. And this community just hosted our 12th We Empower You Global Virtual Summit just yesterday. And I'm so excited to be bringing a guest to you today that asked to be here to share both her experiences as someone who was in the audience, but also who came onto the show to actually share her experience as a Just Say Yes member of the We Empower You community. Welcome, Mary. It's so great to have you here. Unmute there.
Hi.
Oh, fantastic. You know, before I get started, Mary, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you a little bit more formally so that people know your background. Mary Bjurstrom helps people wanting to generate an income outside the corporate world, and she shows them how to start with their cell phone even before they have a product. As the second woman manager in the Boeing company, she has over 40 years as a manager in large and small companies and knows there are many who long to be free. Mary has been featured in the New York Times, Fox News, Authority Magazine, and she also has a weekly show on Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV. thank you for coming in today. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you. Enjoyed the summit a lot. I'm pleased to be here.
Fantastic. So you were one of our guests who was in the audience, but then you also presented a little bit about being a Just Say Yes member. So can you share a little bit more about the Just Say Yes program? What inspired you to join us at the We Empower You community and to being a member?
Sure. I retired some time ago, and then I started building courses, and those courses led to needing, or online courses, I should say, and those led to clients needing coaching and consulting. And I finally decided in my 70s, I really wasn't very thrilled with the travel and the away from home and all of that. And then I stumbled into Just Say Yes, We Empower You. And they showed me how I could make an income without doing all of this work that I had been doing. I was thrilled.
Yes, and I'm thrilled too. I started We Empower You during this COVID, right? And I was coming into my 62nd year thinking about semi-retirement when I stumbled onto the platform Income Activator and decided to activate it along with a number of business owners who started with me. Our founding group was 20, and now we've grown and grown, and we have folks joining all the time. And it's really wonderful because we teach you everything you need. Wouldn't you say, Mary?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I still have a lot of studying to do because there's so much help that comes with this product. Yes.
Yes. And you are attending our weekly meetings. We have those on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Zoom. And for folks who are watching and or listening, you're going to want to go to weempoweryourlife.com to our website and click on the calendar tab and look for that marketing strategy meeting that we host every single Wednesday. So what is the value of those Wednesday meetings, would you say, Mary?
Well, sometimes I get stuck on a technical issue, and it's so encouraging to be able to ask those questions and have them solved right then, one-on-one. And of course, a lot of the questions that I ask, other people have some of the same issues. So that's helpful to everyone. The other thing is just the feeling of community and the fact that other people have questions and that sometimes you can provide encouragement to others.
Yes, there is that locking arm in arm and walking step by step with each other, because we do practice that philosophy. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And in that spirit of togetherness, we have united folks from all around the world in our community. Some are members, some are affiliates, and some are just checking us out. So for those people that are out there just checking us out and maybe just watching this interview, what would you say to them to invite them into this community?
Well, I've been talking to a couple of people in Africa, of all things, and they both are really looking for a way to make money. They're women. They don't have a lot of opportunities. They're told that they should get married and have children, and they really want to be independent and free. So with a bit of coaching from the community on Wednesday, I began to realize that I could tell them that there was an opportunity for them to make money just using their cell phone. And if they were at all interested, that they should come see the summit, and they should join our Wednesday meetings so that they could kind of tiptoe into this opportunity. So it's just delightful to reach out to people who have ambition and don't have a lot of opportunity.
Yes, there you go. I mean, like a lot of people, they want to work hard. They want to actually do something productive, and they want to generate an income. But you keep using this word free, which I know what you mean is freedom, right? You want freedom from the trappings of a job. You want freedom from having to travel in your case, having to schlep luggage across the world to do the work that you've done in the past. So you've turned your Just Say Yes, we call it a business in a box, into your own website, and it's called businesswithoutbosses.com. So I'm going to have Daniel bring your website up, and we'll poke around in there and see what you got. So this is your idea, along with some feedback from Lee Romanoff, the president of Income Activator. And she's really great about helping people to create the homepage that really incites somebody to come in and give you their information and learn more. And you've put out there that creating true wealth online and discover how to increase your income. And that's your hook for getting people to join you in this venture. As you scroll through this site, Daniel, and maybe scroll down a little bit, you'll see that there's information about the business in a box that folks can learn about, as well as how the membership revenue is generated, because there's 10 revenue strategies, and a little bit more about our marketing meetings. And I believe that you are also interested in making sure that folks are able to access the business in a box and explore a little bit about what the membership entails. In your own words, Mary, can you describe what is in the box and what about that is in the box is something that you would take advantage of?
The first thing that just blew me away when I started working with Lee Romanoff was the extensive website that she built for me. The breadth and depth of that website was mind-boggling, because I had been exploring other avenues to put up a website, and essentially they might be 2 pages long, but I would have to come up with all the language. I would have to come up with all the contents. And it was just overwhelming. And I kind of just kept sidestepping away. But Lee has built this platform, and she's also built hundreds of templates, and she just put them all together, bing, 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 bing. And suddenly I have a working website of which I can be very proud. And my contribution was the cover page, the picture.
and you know, that is fantastic. So one of the benefits was that you got a website that, by the way, is designed to make money, not to be just a pretty brochure. And you actually got the services of Lee Romanoff, who's made millions online. And she is someone who holds your hand along the way. So do I. And what's really great about this business in a box is that you can really make it be anything you want, so to speak. And the main goal is to teach you how to make a living by sending people to other businesses, literally making money by telling people where to go.
Exactly.
In a good way. So I'm sure that's of interest to you. And you had, maybe give a little bit of the background story of, why this is of interest to you.
Well, I think one of the things that's really appealing is that I realized that 541,000 new businesses are started every month. I mean, it's mind-blowing.
That's a lot.
Which means there are a tremendous number of entrepreneurs out there, probably most of who are much like me, who didn't really have all the support network behind them. And so I realized I can use my website now to populate it with side opportunities for entrepreneurs, such as a connection to find a virtual assistant, or a connection to find an organization that can tie someone into speaking opportunities on radio or other media. And it's really tapping into a lot of the other entrepreneurial businesses that support segments for entrepreneurs. And one of my favorite is Swift Filing, that handles all the filing for my state and federal requirements. and they always send me a note and say, it's time for XYZ report. And I can either do it myself or I can say, would you do it? And yay. So these are, I've been tapping into these various resources. Now I know that I can provide them to others by just populating that webpage. So I'm planning now to reach out to those organizations and then refer people to them.
That's fantastic. And of course, I mentioned in your introduction that, you can have your own TV show. Basically having a 5-minute spotlight video as part of our member benefit, as well as we have developed a sponsor program that you can go in and customize. And if you're looking for sponsors, that's another thing you can take advantage of. And we have an extensive radio list. If you're interested in getting on the radio, these are the major radio stations across the United States, and they are there as part of the member benefit. So we give you the keys to the kingdom, and we give you 90 days, same as cash. So you don't have to put any cash down to get started. And then on the 91st day, you can choose to go monthly. You can pay all at one time. You can also get a loan from PayPal to pay a portion of it and move forward so that you can have and start your own online business. Well, now let's turn our attention to yesterday. Of course, we celebrated our 12th We Empower You Global Virtual Summit, which landed right on International Women's Day to boot. And we had lots of ladies who attended our summit, you being one of them. Tell us a little bit about your experience at the summit.
I think what impressed me the most was the quality of the speakers. It was very clear that many of them had been very successful, and they had also been talking at one of your summits many times before yesterday. So the credibility was really high for them. And some of them offered, little tickles that would allow you to check out what they do. And I, of course, immediately took advantage of one of them. And they not only were very good speakers, they had high quality information, but they were generous, and they shared and provided opportunities for us to dip our toe into the work that they do.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
So yes, I would have to agree with you on the credibility and the knowledge and the wealth and the talent that we recruit throughout the year. We have basically about 100 speakers that we book throughout the year. Yesterday, our intention was to have 24 speakers, and I believe we ended up with 29. Oh. And that's a lot of speakers to put through one single program in one single day. And interestingly enough, people think, oh, you must be really tired at the end of the day. I was going out celebrating. I had so much energy from the vitality that these speakers, men, women from all parts of the world, we had folks from Africa and UK and Arizona and Seattle and you name it. And it was really fantastic to bring them all together. And of course, these are folks that I met, a lot of them in networking events, but some of them come by word of mouth. So using the word of mouth, Mary, again, speaking to those who are watching and or listening, what would you say to them about coming to the next summit, which is coming up June the 14th?
I would really encourage them to join, whether they are able to join only for a few hours or for the entire 12-hour summit. And then, of course, what's really wonderful is that it's recorded and you can go follow what you missed the next day. And there are a couple that I have to go check out after it gets posted on YouTube because, for example, one speaker says, I have 12 points here, but you don't have to take notes because I'm going to give you access to a PDF that has them all listed. And so then you listen and then you think, oh my gosh, that's a jewel. That's a jewel. That's a jewel. So to be able to listen again is a real bonus for me. I think that it's probably one of the biggest advantage of virtual classes in universities now, in the summit, in webinars, because taking notes is hysterically hard, even if you know shorthand like I do. I never told anybody I knew it, but I do.
You could write a book from any of these summits. And partly that is how my book is getting written, because we do record the entire 12 hours. Then we edit it. It shortens up a bit because, there's some technical things and music and timeouts and, things like that. So we get down to about 11 hours of solid content, and then you can watch it again and again. And I find that no matter how many times I've seen even the same speaker, that I hear the information differently every time I watch it. So, we want folks to really dive deep into these videos, as well as to come and attend. Like you say, come for a few hours or come for the whole day. That's for sure. We are, a blend of altruism and business. And so one of the things that I find that happens sometimes is people think this is way too good to be true. This can't be true. These people are doing all of this, and we do the summit for free for the speakers to participate, as well as for the guests for $250. And in addition to that, we actually also do our Wednesday meetings for free. Yes, they are free. And we have no intention of changing that. And it's just to give everybody the opportunity to see what we're made of and the community that we're made of, so that you can come to know, like, and trust us. Because literally you're going to say to yourself, this is too good to be true. But it is true. Right, Mary?
Yes. And one product of the Wednesday mentoring meetings, it usually just cracks me up, because Lee Romanoff very often gives, a 10 to 20 minute segment of teaching, but she's always saying, why aren't you doing this already? Do it. Just do
it.
Don't do it. Why are you sitting there thinking? But it's kind of, it's helpful. It gives you the boost. It gives you the energy to want to try it, because it's scary to do a lot of these things that we've never done before. I mean, the idea of capturing a video from YouTube and popping it onto a web page that was already prepared, that would receive it, was just mind-boggling to me. But now
it's so easy. It takes seconds to do that, right?
Yeah, it's possible.
And that helps your search engine optimization, and it gets the traffic that you need to come to your website. So I'm so excited to have you on board as a member, and I want to be sure that folks know how to get in touch with you to talk to you about your business without bosses background. So before we wrap up, I want to make sure that you give out your information, and also describe a little bit about your best fitting customer.
A little bit about what? I'm sorry.
Oh, about your best fitting customer, the person who wants to be free.
Oh, okay. When I was in the corporate world, I cannot tell you the number of people that had planned on retiring that told me, well, the market dipped, this happened, my dad got sick, I have to keep working, and I have to keep working, and I have to keep working. And it was tragic, because they felt handcuffed. And of course, now we're seeing a lot of people with the opportunity of the internet trying to do their online businesses, but they need help just like I did. So I'm kind of aimed at that older set, that retiring set. And I'm actually thinking about branding myself as Grandma Mary Goes Entrepreneur.
I love it.
I'll attract the right age group.
You're not the oldest entrepreneur that we have on the books right now. Mario Eston has you beat on that.
Yeah, well, I suspect true. And I think I've been in webinars where people say, well, am I too old for this? Am I too old for this? And I'm looking, hey, kid, you're younger than I am by 10 years. Get on with it.
Yeah.
But
It's so great to have you here today. And of course, We're going to be booking our next summit already June 14th. We do these every single quarter. It is the next one after that is September 13th and then December 13th of 2023. So we've got the whole year jam-packed with weekly meetings and the summits. And then, of course, we have this radio show as well. So there's plenty of opportunities. If you're an author, a coach, a speaker, an entrepreneur, a mentor, or a thought leader, you are the people that we are serving, because we believe that coaching is a very noble profession, but that many coaches are finding it difficult to reach those that they most could be helping. And folks need our help more than ever before. So we want to match the two up, right? And in that spirit of togetherness that I talked about earlier, we are bringing folks together in this powerful community called We Empower You. And that is what we do. And we're so excited to welcome you. So how can folks get a hold of you, Mary?
Well, one of the best ways is to go to my website, which is businesswithoutbosses.com. And I do have a phone number, 206-931-3010. That's 206-931-3010. Always a good idea to text first so that I don't think you're a scam call.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mary, for joining us. Do you have a final thought for us?
I think, just like Lee says, just do it.
Just do it. Yes. So I'll follow that up with just say yes, because that's the program of the We Empower You community, and we invite you to join us. Thanks, everyone, for listening and watching the Shattering the Glass Ceiling show. We're live on Thursdays at 1:30 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio .world, where we are putting together guests who are doing life-changing conversations with us. We're uniting remarkable people from all parts of the world. And I'm your host, Bettina Carey. Join us every Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. I'll see you next week. Bye for now, and bye, Mary.
Bye.
2022 has been challenging for all of us. I believe the answer to the question, what's next, is together. I'm Bettina Carey, founder of WeEmpowerYourLife.com. And with the help of thought leaders, newsmakers, and game changers, I'm working to build a community of trust, and you're invited. If you have felt the pains of loneliness and anxiety in this unprecedented time of isolation, We Empower Your Life offers fellowships, mentors, and guides to help you avoid life's roadblocks and get to now faster. Are you concerned about your future in the face of possible recession? We Empower Your Life challenges you to think in abundance mindset. And we're all working to take our finances from good to great. You won't be alone on this trip. We Empower Your Life features entrepreneurs, coaches, startups, and community leaders from around the globe, all reaching for that next rung and looking to help someone else up as well. We do not think we have all the answers, but we do think together we can ask all the right questions. I've decided to thrive in the face of turmoil, and I want you to thrive too. Do that by claiming one of the first 200 free tickets, courtesy of gracious sponsored underwriting. Tickets and information are WeEmpowerYourLife.com, or scan the code if you're watching on TV. We'll see you at the summit.